Burgess from non-CDL Hotshot Adventures. Stealing names now. There's Hotshot Adventures. There's Hotshot Dave. I'm Dave, but there's other Daves that Hotshot too. So this morning, I mean, it's kind of hot in Arkansas last night. I idled a bit, to kind of stay cool and whatnot. And I got into the driver's seat this morning to, about 6 o'clock this morning to 7 o'clock this morning. Yeah, about 7. And I go to take off, and there's nothing at the pedal. No throttle. What the fuck? So, I get to looking up, it says throttle position sensor, it says, I run the code, it had a check engine light on it. P0472 or something like that, I forget what it was. Which was an exhaust pressure recirculation sensor, or exhaust recirculation pressure sensor or something like that. Reset that. Still nothing at the pedal. Mind you, now I talked to, what was it, O'Reilly's. O'Reilly's didn't have it. Called Dodge. Dodge is closed till Monday. I'm supposed to deliver one of my loads today, even on a Saturday. Anyway, so mind you, the truck is running at 700 RPM, nothing at the throttle, can barely idle, about 5 miles an hour. So anyway, we get to looking around. Finally found one in Poplar Bluff, which is 45 miles north of Pocahontas, Arkansas. O'Reilly's would not bring the part down at all. Well, anyway, so I'm like, well, there's no car rental places or nothing like that on my route until I get to Poplar Bluff. There's one up there. There was one like 40 miles away to get a rental car. Nothing, no way to get there. So basically, the option is to start walking. Well, I'm sitting there getting kind of hot, sitting in the truck in O'Reilly's parking lot. And so I start the truck, check the throttle, all of a sudden, suddenly the throttle works again. I don't know if it was just hot from idling or, got plugged up from idling or what, but not sure why the truck started back, the throttle worked after that. But I'm not going to question the Lord. I'm not. So I pulled up out of O'Reilly's and I'm headed for Poplar Bluff. And I guess what I'm going to do is just pick up the part. And if the truck does it again, well, then I guess I'll replace it. If it doesn't, I'll return it, whatever. Go from there. Lord knows when you're hotshotting, you don't ever, I guess that's the lesson of the day. These Dodges, man, you go to if you go out and you buy a brand new Dodge or whatever, brand new Ford, all that stuff, yeah, they got, 100,000 mile warranties on them, but, someday, usually that's an engine and drivetrain thing. There's a lot of things that your warranty doesn't cover. And you got to really read the fine print. You got to tell them, I need bumper-to-bumper warranty or I'm not buying this truck. Bumper-to-bumper. I don't give a fuck if it's a blinker, tail light, your plug-in for your lights on your trailer. There's lots of different things that go wrong on these Dodges, and usually they're little, but something big, man, they want to charge you $4,000 to fix your truck. I mean, that's been the typical number, is $4,000. So when you come out of warranty, that's the issue. You know, and this truck here has been out of warranty for about 80,000 miles. We got about 170, 180,000 miles right in there. We have an extended warranty. You know, they covered, what was it? The last bill that I got was $4,100 or $4,200 for a flex plate, which any other typical dealership probably would have done it for like $2,000. I found out. But, you know, we were at Dodge and they had already diagnosed it and we'd already paid the tow bill, so, you know, they had the warranty. They covered basically 75% of the cost. We ended up covering $1,200. They covered about $3,000, which was good. You know, but it's still $1,200 that you know you got to worry about. And you never know what's going to go wrong with these trucks, man. I mean, if a stupid little sensor goes out, which is $120, I might add, that I got to go spend. Luckily, fortunately, I'm not spending more than, you know, the diesel and the time to go get it. You know, and a lot of these little places, man, you know, you get into the backwoods of Arkansas or the backwoods of southern Missouri or wherever. A lot of times they don't have, at O'Reilly's, they don't have the parts. You know, if it's beyond the brakes and things like that, you know, stupid little things, average everyday things that need to be done, they don't have the parts for these little sensors and things like that. And you know, even if I had gone to Dodge and bought this sensor, you know, I've heard that, you know, when I'm looking online, man, I'm seeing that Dodge wants $470 fucking for this fucking sensor. Pardon my French. And so buying a brand new truck, I mean, you have to understand that things are going to break down. And yeah, it's nice driving a brand new truck and running a late model, you know. I mean, this is a 2015, and the parts for it are still insane. You know, it doesn't matter what it is, from sensor to whatever. You know, hell, I changed the rear end seal, the rear pumpkin seal, on that cover, and that was $65 for a piece of rubber. $65. And I don't even really know that it needed to be changed, but I know that the fluid needed to be changed. That was pretty nasty and brown and whatever. So I mean, we put, you know, and the fluid for that to get a gallon. What was it? Yeah, a gallon that we bought was $55 for that rear end fluid. I mean, maintenance on these trucks are insane. And basically, when you're running, you are praying that nothing goes wrong. You're praying that the load that you're taking, that nothing breaks down while you're going to where you're going. And that's kind of the issue with non-CDL hotshot or any type of trucking. And you got to be ready for that kind of stuff, because it does happen, and it's just a matter of when. You are going to have problems. It doesn't matter if you're in a big truck or if you're in a CDL hotshot or a 3-car wedge, a 2-car wedge, a five car fucking, you know, hotshot trailer. It doesn't matter what you're doing. And the fact is the more moving parts that you have, the more problems that you're gonna have. work. Whether the other Dodge that we have needs tires, $1,200. Okay, this truck now needs a new sensor. There's so many different things that happen while you're doing over the road, and that's a part of being a driver. I don't care what kind of truck you're driving, it doesn't matter. I don't care if it's a little moving van, or whether it's a pickup and a trailer, or whether it's whatever. It doesn't matter. You have moving parts. They are going to wear out, and they are going to wear out quickly. These trucks, technically, we're not designed to go. Yeah, they're designed to go 500,000 miles. Sure, if you keep up with them, that's yeah, definitely. It's definitely designed to do that. But the fact is you are running in between 200, 400, 300, 400, 500, 600 miles a day. I think, my average day, when I'm hauling, man, and I'm pushing, man, I'm fully fucking loaded. I have no more stops to make until my next drop. I'm running 600, 700 miles a day. And yeah, that's legal, okay? 11 hours at 70 miles an hour, man, is 770 miles in one day. Now, you take out some time to refuel and whatnot, so that, brings it down to an average of about, 650, 700 miles a day. You have to literally understand that when you're running these trucks that fucking hard, you will have a lot of maintenance. You will go through tires. You will go through oil changes. You will go through whatever it is. And if you don't have the money stacked away to take care of that problem, you are fucked. There's no other way about it. You are fucked. Now, for almost 2 weeks when I was in South Dakota, I didn't run a load. And so now, basically our other truck, which was running during that time, is basically now taking care of this truck. The revenue that was taken care of, all the so on and so forth. It's not, when your trucks don't produce a revenue, your other trucks, when it does come back on the road, it does have to take care of you. Your other trucks have to take care of the truck that came out. Fuel, whatnot, The other thing is y'all need to get fuel cards, okay? And you utilize that, because the biggest thing about trucking is being able to be flexible. You need to be liquid. A lot of your money has to be sitting in a bank, and you can't spend it. That's the thing, is people go out here, and I see it all the time. People go out and they spend all the fucking money that they have saved up, or that they made, and then a major catastrophe happens. You blow a motor, or you blow a transmission, or you blow a rear end, or you this, that, or the other thing. If you don't have a warranty on that, how are you going to pay for it? A 6.7 Cummins. Now, don't quote me, man, because I haven't not looked it up, and I hope I never have to. Okay, but a 6.7 Cummins, honestly, I believe that it would probably be about $5,000 or $6,000 for a motor, minimum, maybe even more, 7,000 or 8,000. I think the transmission by itself is 4,000 or 5,000. So, I don't want to scare you with those numbers. honestly, the harder you run, that you run, the more maintenance you're going to do. And that's really all dependent on you. And by running, I mean...
In a quarter mile, turn left onto US 67 North, North Missouri Avenue.
There is a bunch of different problems. There's an O'Reilly's right there. I wonder if they got my part.
Turn left onto US 67 North, North Missouri Avenue.
I'm hungry.
Continue on US 67 North for 24 miles.
I mean, those are just things that you're going to have to worry about, man. And I don't want to scare you with these numbers, but they are real numbers. You have to be prepared for a breakdown. You know, one of your tires goes, if your profit margin, say you took a cheap load, you know what I mean, 60, 70 cents a mile or whatever for a partial, you're not making a lot of money on that. So if you blow a tire, there's $200. 200, yeah, right around there, $200. Call it $200. It takes you time to get that replaced, whether it's an hour, half hour, 2 hours, 4 hours. You know, I've seen some of these tire places, man, depending on where you are, I've seen some of these tire places take 4 hours to get a tire. Though in that amount of time, you could have 250 miles down the road. And you know, that's a problem. You got to remember stuff like that. And time costs you money. Now, the other thing about what I say is running hard is, yeah, I know these pickups, man, they can haul 30,000 pounds and they can haul them at 75 miles an hour. Okay, but the faster you run, the more diesel you're using. Also, every single moving part on your vehicle is moving that much faster. You know, I try and baby this truck, man. I try, you know, I'm usually 5 or 10 miles an hour underneath because I don't want to spend obscene amounts of money fully loaded running down the road at 70 some miles an hour. It just eats through the fuel. You go from 10 miles a gallon down to 6. That's a lot of miles. Usually hauling, I can get 11.9 miles a gallon in this Dodge. If I'm in a hurry and I'm pushing hard, that drops down to about 8.9. And that is fully loaded. And that's now that isn't running a 40-foot hot shot either. That's running a 32-foot hot shot. Personally, I don't think that it makes a difference on what kind of, you know, that your trailer does make a difference. But your weight doesn't make that much of a difference because it's all about how much somebody wants something moved and how much they're willing to pay to get it moved. And that's kind of the case. And I try to keep the truck as close to $2 a mile as I possibly can because I'm a firm believer. But I also know that time is money. You know, like the one load I got on there's paying $1.27 a mile. The other piece that I have is paying 40 cents a mile. this guy's slow, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. The faster and harder you run, I mean, it's different if you own the truck versus whether or not you don't own the truck. You don't own the truck, I'm sure your boss is going to be very happy with you when you break his truck. Now, if you own your own truck, man, or you own multiple trucks, whether you're a small hotshot guy or a big hotshot guy or big trucks or whatever it is, the harder you run, the faster you run, the worse it's going to be. You know, you can only run so hard. There's only so many miles in a day that you can possibly run. And the less money that you spend on maintenance, on fuel, you know, breakdowns, things like that. I mean, maintenance, you're always going to maintenance. That's you know, that's a thing. You have to. Because if you don't, you're just going to break down. You can't skip on maintenance. And sometimes maintenance is just you're going to have to eat it no matter what. That's just a part of hotshot. The type of trailer you buy is so important. I mean, obviously some people can't afford the biggest, the baddest, and the best. You know? But the type of trailer that you buy, man, I'm already having problems with the trailer that I got just because it's cheap. You know? It was a cheap trailer. Is it making money? Yeah. But will it make money for 2 years over the road? Probably not. You know? You gotta take care of your shit. You know, I grease the hell out of these hubs, man, every single, you know, I mean, once a day, you know, twice a day, whatever. I make sure that there's some grease in it. There's a lot of different things. There's a lot of different moving parts that are going to cause you issues. And I know this because every week it seems like I'm spending money on something. You know, something that broke down, something we didn't notice, or whatever. You know, it's got to go into the truck. Otherwise, the truck doesn't move, and you're not making money. Those breakdowns cost money. They really do. And I understand, you know, a lot of times, I mean, we're waiting on checks, man. I understand business, man. I do. I get it. You know, sometimes you got to push through and get her done so you know that you have that money coming. And a lot of times, I mean, I don't factor anything. The companies that I'm with factor their stuff. So usually, you know, with Conqueror, man, we get our checks once a week.
Welcome to Missouri.
That's where I'm at with all this is just pay attention to your stuff and be careful about the business that you're getting into. Be careful about the loads you haul and where you haul them to. Right now during this COVID pandemic, things have been really tough. Usually we run oil field hotshot. Now you're starting to see a lot more hotshotters out there trying to keep their truck working and trying to make money, because they have a truck payment to make. A lot of people went out and spent a lot of money, like we did, thinking that the economy was going to be okay 6 months ago. I call that economic complacency. Nobody expected COVID-19 to come in and shut the oil field down. Nobody expected that COVID-19 would shut the economy down, that would shut down every state in the nation, except for a very select few. Nobody expected that. Nobody expected the riots or hurricane force winds in Kansas or Wisconsin. I'm kind of looking forward to the saga of 2020. What else is going to happen? What's next? Flying saucers, aliens, mutants, zombies? Who knows? UN take over the United States? Who knows? Nobody really knows what's going to happen in 2020. It's just that saga, man. The next 10 years, I believe, is just going to be just like this. I think it's going to all just kind of be like this. And so when you're planning your business, you have to prepare for those economic conditions that are going to tear you down. I feel like we've entered a new era in the world. We've turned this chapter where everything is going to start getting weird here pretty damn quick. Hopefully everything just goes back to normal and we can just all go about our lives and we can retire when we're supposed to retire and not have to worry about any of this stuff. But I can't really say that is true or that is going to happen. I guess we'll find out the saga of 2020. But that's also a lesson, man. Is I figured, hey, oil fields down. Let's jump out into OTR hotshot and see what we can do. And those rates were horrible. They cost us a lot of money. Basically, any money we made doing this went right back into the maintenance on the trucks, and we really didn't make a lot of money at all. It not even enough to pay the mortgage, and I can thoroughly say that the credit cards are maxed out, bank accounts are maxed out, everything's maxed out. Loan officers are calling, ready to repo everything, and thinking that we were okay during this COVID-19, and that wasn't the case. I don't know where they got that information from. We're still trying. I mean, obviously, if you're not paying your bills and you're trying to keep the guys that you have with you, that's basically what it was all about. Is we didn't want to lose good drivers, because there are companies that are still running. They could just as easy jump into on with another freight hauling company or what with their CDL. I mean, and they could have done over the road in a semi truck. But we try to take care of our guys, man. I mean, that's what we try to do. The lessons of all this is what I'm relaying to you. Just be careful what you get into. When Brothers Oilfield Services started in January of 2020, we didn't expect the oil field that we were planning to do business in was going to be destroyed by these problems. We intended on using our line of expertise to make our money in the oil field. Now, I know some of you guys don't like the oil field, but hey, man, what does your truck run on, man? You got to get the fuel from somewhere. But that's where our expertise is the oil field. Oil field hot shot, oil field fuel hauling, fuel crude condensate. We wanted to start a casing part of it. That was kind of my big thing, because I've been a caser for years. And for those of you that don't know what casing is basically just screwing pipe together and shoving it down a hole. Long story short, there's a lot more to it, but a lot of different torque specs and different things like that you have to know. My personal thing was I wanted to retire. I wanted to prepare for retirement. You know, I mean, I don't want to retire from the oil field. I want to retire from manual labor. And even now, I mean, my old boss wants me to come back to work and run a crew for him. And personally, I'm just kind of, I mean, I'm over it. I've dedicated myself to, I mean, the companies for a long time. I'm sure there's people that have a lot more dedication than me to some of these companies, but they were great companies. I will not take away from that. I love the upper structure of Titan, and I love the upper structure of Smith and DC, and you know, absolutely love them. Of course, there were some bad companies, you know, that I worked for. I just wanted to get into something different that paid well, and that's what I'm doing now. Now, if you look at the load boards right now, these load boards suck. Absolutely suck. I mean, there was a period there that looked pretty good in between, you know, the opening of the economy and the riots. There was probably a few weeks there that everything just started looking up, you know, and then all of a sudden there was these mass riots all over the country, and it really fucked truck drivers and hot shotters. Loads that were there are suddenly not there, or they're there and they're not paying what they used to. Even pre-COVID, they're nowhere, you know, I mean, rates right now are down probably 30% still. 33% is what I'm looking at. And I'm looking at these big trucks, man. I pull into these truck stops. I look at these big trucks, and when you look at the load boards for a 48,000 pound load, 45,000 or 40,000, it don't matter. Whatever it is. Big truck loads that hot shotters can't handle. They're getting $1.50, $60, $70, $80 a mile right now. I seen a 48,000 pound load that was going for $1.56, and someone picked it up. It disappeared off the load board, and I can tell you that taking a $1.56 load, even with low diesel prices, unless you own that truck, and even maintenance, you have all of this shit. You won't make it at $1.56. It's the same thing with running a pickup truck and a hot shot. We are competing for the same prices, and we do get it. Most of the trucks that we're running are making $2 a mile minimum. I can run this truck a little cheaper and make a good amount of money because I'm not paying somebody 45 cents a mile to drive this truck. Now, should you find yourself a driver, that's driver pay that you have to pay. You're working basically off the profit that truck makes. Which, these days, haven't been much. Like I say, I got to get a set of tires, but we're waiting on checks. And like I said, being liquid, liquid is key. And you can only run hard for so long before you got to let those drivers go home back to their families for a little while. And then when they're off for a week, that truck is not making money at all. No money is being made off a truck that sits. It's just sitting. And that means this little non-CDL hotshot